look, everybody look. There's a Shia up there. Say hi, Shia. You're in the podcast. You'll be immortalized.
Yeah, because I'm gonna kill him and then stuff him like taxidermy.
I might do that. I mean, not kill him. What would you say if I got stuffed Shia after he died?
I don't know. That's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like. I would probably do that for like my pet fish or something.
Nice.
That looks good. All right, class.
Welcome.
Get schooled. Let me just say one thing.
Say it.
I don't like my hair right now. I need to get a haircut. Because right now, my hair splits where it, like, naturally splits. Because my hair is so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really like it. It's okay. I haven't done it before. Ever.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. Like, the longest my hair was, like, went down to my chin. Went
Damn.
down. Like, I could pull it down to my chin. That was in the quarantine.
Oh.
So, like... My spring quarter started this week on Wednesday.
Cool.
Fuck this. I'm gonna scream so loud that you can hear the microphone.
Yeah.
You can hear these vibrating. I'm gonna put it over there. Hold on.
Got a brand new guitar.
Brand new guitar.
The acoustic one that I have that's like missing chords and or missing wires, missing strings, is I think my older sister got it, like won it at a carnival, at like one of those ball throwing games, and then she gave it to me. I actually remember, I have a memory of her winning it and then like giving it to me, and then like a year later I got an electric guitar.
And then you never
for
fucking
my
played
birthday.
it.
Yeah, that's correct.
So let me educate you, Kevin.
Please. While I die.
Sit down!
Hold on, let me just catch my...
This fucking idiot can't breathe in real life. Oh, look at this natural lighting. Look how smooth my...
Okay. I'm good. Oh, God.
No. You moved my camera. Fucking slut.
Shit. Sorry.
That really just... Oh! I hate this hair. You know, I like hot Korean male models would do this hair, but I can't pull it off. Okay, I'm done ranting.
Remember when I said I was going to shave my head on the last day of senior year if we were all still at Rainer Christian?
What? No?
I was committed to it, and I was still down. I mean, obviously, we all pretty much left Rainer Christian. Zach was the last one left in senior year. And also, there was no end of senior year.
Oh, that's right. Lol.
So, oh, Shia.
Shy is
Uh-oh, he might have a... hopefully he can jump from up there.
you can just do a backflip.
From there, I mean.
Cats always land on their feet.
Are you going to educate me? You said you're going to educate me.
No, I forgot. Continue.
Oh. Guess who just got vaxxed up? Me. There's a little mark still.
Kevin's gonna show his battle scar.
Right there. It's barely even there anymore. It's just a little red thing.
It's a little red dot.
And it was tight. It was quick. It was easy, and it made me feel amazing. And I go back for my next one in 20 days. My second one.
How big was the needle? Was it like a big fat fucking like this?
No,
thing?
it was like one of those tiny prick ones. I've never had a problem with needles. I know you probably don't because you're a needle boy. Or you're gonna be needle boy.
Needle boy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because of my phlebotomy class.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with them. They just hurt.
They've never really hurt me either. I mean, there's a little pinch, but like it's totally cool with me. I can get poked with needles all day.
Dude, you can be my practice dummy.
Sure.
For phlebotomy. I'll take your
Just
blood.
Fucking inject some shit into my
Heroin.
veins. Heroin, dude.
Heroin.
It's a good practice drug.
It is. No, but I have to pull it out. I have to pull the blood out of you.
Okay.
And then I'll run tests on it. And give you AIDS or something.
Tight. Tight.
Just how it works. But actually, so for the last couple days, my fucking what's it called? My classes started, right?
Mm-hmm.
I swear these bitches don't know how to use Zoom. Because, like, in both my fucking classes, I had one at 9 a.m. And I'm perfectly fine with that because I have a fucked up sleep schedule, so I might as well, like, try to fix it. And the second day of class, she, like, opens up the room, and there's just this... I don't know who you are.
Is a man?
I don't know who you fucking are, but he who plays opera music and doesn't mute themselves, suck my cock and balls. Because the fucking monkey brain was like... Someone's playing opera music. Ha ha ha.
And then just didn't.
She doesn't know how to mute.
Oh.
And I was just like, I heard opera music in the back of me learning chemistry. I was like, it was like a shrill, because like he had like a shitty mic too, so it just sounded like shitty screaming, and the mic was peaking, and I was just pissed.
Who does that?
An idiot.
And then opera music in general, am I right?
Who's that one famous opera singer? Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra was, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the name.
I thought he was an actor.
Probably.
But he's the one that goes Figaro. No, that's not the guy that goes Figaro.
I don't think he's the guy that goes Figaro.
Well, is that well,
I don't think that's
that could be opera just in a different language. The Opera House? Why is that in Australia?
Phantom of the Opera.
That movie was so strange.
Which one?
I don't know. It was
There's
probably
a few.
It was like an older one that we watched.
The silent one?
No. They were singing.
Okay. Well, because there was a silent one, the original.
And like, well, the guy that played the Phantom of the Opera, his mask only covered his burn. So it was just like a weird breaky mask. I was like, what the fuck? Who wears a mask just to cover half their face?
Yeah.
It was just weird.
Lame.
I didn't like it. Not one bit.
Well,
Well,
if we're gonna watch all movies, we'll run into it eventually.
but we also will run into the one with that one girl with really big tits as Juliet.
Juliet is a character in the Phantom of the Opera?
No.
You're not thinking of Romeo and Juliet?
No, I am thinking of Romeo and Juliet.
The one we watched in class?
Yes. And then Brett was like, we have to look it up on our phone.
And then we did.
In the middle of lunch.
The scene that the teacher skipped past.
It was like 14 seconds long and we watched it like 42 times. Brett was like, one more time. It was just so
Pretty
stupid.
tight.
Gosh.
It was a good time.
I actually have a video of him. I'll look for it later. I have a video of him with the hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
It just
I do too, I think.
He just licks it for like 30 seconds and he's like, I gotta lube it up. And then he gags and I'm like, ew.
No, yeah, I got that too.
That shit was nasty.
I think, yeah, one of us took it.
Gross. Oh, okay. But
I've been driving more recently, though. I've been driving to and from work almost every day, and I want to go out on like the other places.
drive to my house.
I'll do that at some point.
Pull up randomly.
Maybe in a few weeks or something. Yeah. I almost did that to Carlos the other day.
You just
it
drove
was
to
super
Carlos?
early in the. Well, we drove by his house. On the way home from work, we took a different route, like a much longer route.
Yeah, that goes back through Black Diamond.
Yeah, well, I think we had to drop my sister off at school, which they're out of school now because of somebody got COVID. One of the kids got COVID.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Why? They don't force masks.
I think they do.
Oh, they do.
I actually don't know for sure. My sister wears one, but no, yeah.
My mom is a nurse, and she's anti-vax.
I see some people say like, ask any nurse or doctor, and they'll tell you to get the vaccine.
Oh, to get the vaccine, yeah.
And then I'm like, I know you mean well, but that's not true.
That's just not
it's
true.
Not actually true.
And if you take that in mind and then they say no, then you'll believe them as their I won't lie, it was so easier to be a nurse. Like back when my parents were being like in college, It was so easier to become a nurse. Like now that like science and like medication is advancing so far, it obviously is going to get harder. But like they're just
the
ones today are just so much more educated.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe eventually they'll have like a new position for like, and then eventually they'll have the nurses will need to know how to do so much that eventually they'll fill in someone who really does just clean and like and tend to a patient like physically.
Like every, I think it's every 2 or every 5 years, my mom has to renew her license.
Right.
As a nurse, and I believe they just learn new, they learn new procedures. She's an OR nurse, so maybe she like learns new like tools that they use in surgery or something. But yeah, even though they do that like every 5 years they get re-educated. I don't know, guys. They don't really seem, the older ones at least don't really seem.
Yeah.
But they're retiring soon, so it's fine.
Yeah.
In like the next 10 years?
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, actually, I don't know when my mom plans to retire. My mom is like, when I retire, I want to keep working, but like some part-time job at like a fucking like QFC or something.
She seems like the type who would do that.
Yeah, like, oh, my mom is so fucking tiny. Like, yesterday she went to go get, like, what are they called? Like a box. I've never seen them before. They're called like Annie's cinnamon rolls, and they're like solid. Like in a purple box, they were like solid frozen. It was like way heavier than she thought it was. She tried to use one hand to like pick it up. She didn't have the fucking grip strength. She just couldn't pick it up. Like she's just so small. I think she's like barely 100 pounds. Dude, like holy shit.
Damn.
Tiny people.
Yeah, good for them.
No, not good for them, because they don't want to get vaxxed.
Tiny people?
Oh, tiny. Oh, I thought you were talking about like, old people. I meant
tiny people. The old people, yeah, I guess. I mean, already 150 million people have gotten at least their first shot.
Well, how many types of different...
In America, I mean, yeah.
How many types of different vaccines are there? There's like 4.
There's 3 that are being widely used.
Johnson, Pfizer...
Moderna.
Chlamydia. The chlamydia vaccine.
Yeah, it gives you chlamydia for fun.
In exchange for being immune to COVID.
Yeah.
But yeah, I swear to God, like...
Yeah.
Why do they have like 3 different ones?
Well, it's just they all were working at them at the same time. They're like separate companies, and they're all like, "Hey, we got one. Hey, we got one. And this one is this percent effective. This one is this percent effective, but it has less side effects. And this one works better in old people. This one works better in young people." So like the Johnson vaccine, it's only like 70% effective, but it only is like a 1 shot, and I think it works better in old people maybe.
Oh, it's like for different demographics.
Yeah, and then
I think they did that by accident though. There's no way.
Pfizer is they were just throwing shit together, and it's like, oh, we got this. This is pretty effective.
In a year, you get you cure a vaccine. I mean, you cure a disease. That's pretty impressive.
Well, yeah, it's not 100% cure, but like I said, 70% effective. Moderna or Pfizer is the one I got, and that one's like the most effective, 95%. But it is like a 2-shot, and apparently, I mean, I feel perfectly fine after the first shot, but it's the second shot that they say like
kills
is gonna be bad for a day or two. So, but then Moderna is like almost as effective. It's like 94% effective. Also 2 shots, but that one doesn't have to be stored at as cold of a temperature.
That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah. Which one wants to?
That one can only be stored at like freezer temperatures, basically, and.
Yeah, like negative something or other. And then, like, some nurses fucked up and they had to, like, throw them all out.
Yeah, like 15 million doses got thrown out the other day. So
yeah.
The manufacturer fucked up,
yeah. That got so misconstrued, though. My mom read the article. She was like, they're throwing out the vaccine. I wonder why. It must be sus. Or they just really fucked up and didn't freeze it.
They mixed up the ingredients. They, like, put them in wrong. They put in, like, the wrong amounts.
Okay,
like,
that's
different things.
Okay, never mind.
Like, swap the amounts, I think. And,
that would.
Yeah.
And if they let that get out, holy shit, no one would take the vaccine. Fuck that.
I mean, I doubt it would do much. It just wouldn't be nearly as effective, probably. I mean, maybe it would probably do something to
that's probably why it hits you like a truck, the second one, because then like your body starts cranking out the antibodies. Mm-hmm. If you knock over the fucking camera, I'll beat your ass.
Shia, oh no, Shia, I'll help. It's okay, Shia. I love you. Oh God. It's not nailed anymore, so... Look, there's Shia, everybody. Gosh, she's so beautiful.
Shia's a girl?
No. I said, gosh, he's so beautiful. Got him.
Fuck you.
Oh, okay, that's unnecessary. He does not deserve to be like that. He loves his wet foods. He asked him for it 3 times a day, and we started. It was for years. It was 1 time a day at 4 o'clock, and then he started asking for twice for some reason. So we did it, and then he started asking for 3 times every 8 hours. So we did it, and then he started puking everywhere. So we had to cut back down to 1. You just we came home the other day and it was like everything in his stomach would come out basically.
Oh my gosh.
So.
The cats have no self-control.
He loves it though. And Tiger does not love it nearly as much. He's just like, oh, whatever. I'll eat some but he just engulfs it.
Then why is he so skinny? Why is Tiger
He's
so
so
fat?
skinny and Tiger's large. I mean, she
Fat
likes dry food more, but he just can't gain more than 10 pounds. Be more like 10 pounds, and she's 15. Or 13 or 14 or something.
But how much does Shy weigh?
10. He's 3 pounds lighter.
Wow. I don't know. Wow. What a light cat. I didn't really think he was that light. What the fuck?
I had a dream last night.
Nope, you didn't. I was there. Fuck you. Okay, continue.
Well, so I had a dream last night. This is one of those dreams. Every now and then I'll have a dream that it usually pisses me off, makes me actually angry in real life to whatever I was bothering me in that dream. Fuck that now. I hate that. And then or
did you not hate it before or something?
No, you'll see. You'll see what I mean. And then or it'll either piss me off or it'll just really affect me in a way to I feel it happened to me in real life, even though I know it didn't or it didn't feel like it. It just feels like take whatever I gain from it in real life. But this time, or no, the last time this happened was a dream where Tiger I peed in the toilet and Tiger was in the bathroom with me, so she jumped into the toilet and then just fell down the hole. No way she would ever fit in that, but into all the pee. And then I, being the hero that I am, made the tough, gross decision in my brain to reach down the toilet hole and into the pee and pull Tiger out. And she was fine. And then my sister showed up and was like, oh. And then the next day I was like, you know what I did for Tiger last night? I literally brought it up like this. I was like, you know what happened to Tiger last night? I was peeing and then she fell into a bowl of pee and I had to reach in and grab her. And I told it as if it was a real story because it felt so real and I felt personal pride.
Wait, were you awake at that moment? When you were
Yeah, no, this is later on. This is in real life. And then I was, because I felt in real life for days afterward, I was like, well, you owe me because I saved Tiger from a bowl of pee, or I reached in and saved Tiger's life.
In my dream.
But it felt 100, it happened, you know what I mean? It happened to me. I experienced doing that, even if I didn't experience doing it in this reality. You just felt
but
I experienced, that was me doing that thing. It just wasn't in this physical world, but I still did it.
I think you're just very passionate about saving that cat out of pee.
But that's what I mean, is that every now and then I'll have a dream that really feels different to where it'll affect me more and I'll be more passionate about it. Because normally that could happen in a dream and I wouldn't think anything of it, I feel like. But this time there's just something off. And I had another one like that last night. It wasn't quite as powerful, but it was still one of them. And we were at our old house before we moved a few years ago. It was the 4 of us plus all 4 kitties that we have now, which we only had 2 kitties at the time we moved.
But no Cooper. We're Cooperless.
We were Cooperless. But then we also had 3 dogs. 2 of them were identical black short-haired dogs, and one was a husky or longer-haired dog with black and white hair. And it was like our house was a bar for pets or for stray animals. I mean, they would come in and just, not a bar, that's not what I mean, but they would come in and say hi and get food or whatever and then just hang out there and then they would leave and who knows where they went. Because I remember at the beginning of the dream, this blonde dog ran in and it was like, oh, puppy, and then ran out right away out the back door, and we were all sitting in the back room. And then I remember looking out the door and being like, I wonder where the puppies go or what adventures they get up to when they're not here. You know, they just go through so much and we don't even know. And I remember it started to rain. It got all cloudy and started to rain. And so I was like, I hope this puppy found shelter from the rain. And then all of a sudden, I look over to the left of my backyard, which is identical to how it was, in real life. Everything's identical pretty much.
Oh, my nuts.
But except I look over and I see this giant ass raccoon, like way bigger than a normal raccoon, but not like super, like as big as like just as big as that bed almost.
That's a big ass raccoon. It's like as big as a car.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, it's okay. It's like the height and width of the bed. You know what I mean? It doesn't go all the way to the end or like, but it's.
It was this
Yeah.
Yeah. You had a fucking raccoon.
And I was like, and so I just watched it crawl out of this hole and just like slink around by the tree and then scurry back in, and then I hear, but he left the hole uncovered. And we just never noticed it before.
No,
and I peered in.
No, Alice in Wonderland. You just
I like looked in from the back door. I was still inside. I was peering out my sliding glass door, and I looked in the hole and I could see a baby bear crawl up out of the hole, and then followed by another baby bear, and then Mama Bear came out.
Mama Bear should have come out first. That's how it works. You got to check if the danger's still dangerous out there. What a bad Mama Bear.
They crawl up out of there, and the rest of the dream were like, it's like a movie. You make a movie out of it where we're trying to escape the house while being terrorized by these three bears.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like they were like the most aggressive bear. I guess kind of like Annihilation. Like they were the most aggressive forms of themselves. I want to talk about that in a second too. But and so this will segue into a couple things. And they just like they would pry at the sliding glass door. Okay, so it was the four of us plus the pet, like four cats, 3 dogs. And plus, Victor Strand from Fear the Walking Dead was there. Great character. He was just there helping us for some reason. He had like a cowboy hat on, like he does in the recent season. So like my dad like drove his truck out to the alley in the backyard, and like so we could like throw the pets in there. We got like 2 of the dogs in there, but then the bears showed up and we had to run. I had to run back to the house with the longer haired dog. And the cats were all like hiding upstairs, and like my sister was hiding up with them, and then my mom was somewhere else in the front yard maybe. And so like I somehow made it back to the inside the back door right before the bears got to me and the dog.
Doggy.
And then they would just like banged at the door for a little while, and but it's like one of those sliding glass, so it's like I was slamming it shut, and then at the last possible second, like one of the bears catches his claw in it, so it doesn't shut all the way, and so like we have this intense struggling match of like him pulling it out and then me and then I managed to like push it shut sometimes, but then I try to flip it locked and it's like too late, so it pulls back up, and then finally I managed to push it down, but then they like figured out how to unlock it because they got
Kevin, this just turned into a fucking horror movie.
So then but then before that happened, they went out to the front yard, right? And so me and the dog tried to make a break for it out through the back gate, because like everyone else, they like went to the front yard to distract them. But then before I could get out, one of the bears saw me, the baby bears, and like actually attacked me and like pushed me to the ground, and I had to stand back up and run back inside. All like with an injured leg though. I managed to get in there before Mama Bear could catch up. But then like. And it ended up they like got inside the house, and like it didn't end actually, because I was like, it feels so different from a normal dream, because it's almost like I know that I'm dreaming, or I know that it's not like physically happening in this world. It's like I'm aware that I showed up somewhere else to like partake in this weird thing adventure, and so and then eventually I was like, you know what, screw this. So I woke up and.
There's just an alternate version of you, and you died in there.
I don't know.
That's why it ended.
Maybe I didn't.
Maybe you did. Maybe I'm dead. Maybe Annihilation. I don't want to talk about Annihilation.
But wait, before I go there, I was going to talk first about... Usually, recent in the last few months, if I'm like sitting up, like here, or in the chair or something, and I start falling asleep, like I get really tired, my eyes droop, and I fall asleep, and I just sit there. I skip over the 1.5 hour long period that you need to start dreaming. I just completely skip it, because I can be asleep for literally 15 minutes sometimes, and I'll instantly start dreaming.
Yeah, same.
And like, but even though I thought REM sleep doesn't start till But anyway, it's a weird dream. It's a weird type of dream because it's still like in the dream. I'm still sitting in the chair where I fell asleep in, and I'm like looking around in my dark room, but I feel like I'm tripping on hard acid, like hardcore, and like everything is like happening in frames, like skipping frames, you know. So it like happens like this and like drags shadows of it behind it, and I'm like trying to sit up and keep my eyes open, but I'm just all dazed all over the place. There's things, you know, colors swirling around, and I'm just like, God, this sucks. I don't want to be in this right now. And it's happened so many times. Every time I fall asleep, usually it's here or there, sometimes I guess in the living room if I fall asleep on that couch, and I'm like sitting up and I just instantly go into that. And I remember the first time it happened, it wasn't quite the same because I actually did go somewhere else, but I was like seeing everything from the same perspective of like being slumped against a wall, and like all these politicians come walking by in this completely blank white hallway with no features or anything, and Joe Biden walked by, and and George Bush, Bill Clinton walked by, and I'm like trying to shake their hand or whatever, but at the same time I'm like, fuck them, so I'm not really trying. And also I'm so loopy that I like can't even I can't even lift my arm or my head enough to like look at them because like my body's like keeping its push down, like I'm tweaking out hard or something. It's so weird, and I hate it. And that's the last night when it happened. I was like, God, this sucks. Why has this been happening to me? But yeah, it's so weird that it's been happening, and it's getting really annoying.
Just tripping balls?
Just tripping balls in my dream, but like still in the spot where I fell asleep, and just like feeling like, and trying to wake myself up, you know? It's almost like how you describe how sleep paralysis is described, where you can sense that you're asleep, my eyes are closed, and I'm dreaming, and I'm trying to move, but I just can't. And finally I pull out of it. It's so weird. So weird.
What the fuck was that? So you've just been having very passionate, trippy ball dreams.
It's weird shit, man. But Annihilation, like the next couple days after we watched that movie stuck with me. I would just like I was laying here one night before I had to go to work, just thinking about like the ideas in the movie and the concept and everything, being like, God, that's horrifying. Like the movie disturbed me. We recorded a group commentary on it, but the audio got messed up, and so it's not going to be a video. But we watched it, and it was good. It was pretty good, but it was freaked me out.
It did. I feel there's a lot of undertones and like themes that we didn't catch.
Oh, there is. I watched a couple videos breaking it down. There's like a lot of stuff about I don't even fucking remember. There was a lot of stuff we missed. I was like, oh.
Well, we were kind of being mega stupid, but that's okay.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but I don't know. That movie was pretty okay. Like, obviously, like the bear that records people's last deaths. That was probably a giant metaphor of some sort that we just didn't get.
Well, yeah, the video I watched like kind of explained. It was weird. It was a video from this big millions of subscribers channel that does these kind of movie breakdowns, and it was only uploaded like a week ago though. So I was like, damn, this movie's like 3 years old, but this was just uploaded and had a bunch of views. But they like explained like the bear, I thought it was the bear was imitating whatever it heard, and like there's an SCP that, yeah, exactly, which is a terrifying idea. But then he explained it in a way that makes more sense within the context of the movie. The guy's theory was that since everything in this nature world refracts instead of reflects, it's like taking the voice of the woman it was killing and then taking the audio cells or the sound waves and then refracting it all into like a vocal cord basically, so that way that was like the last piece of that person that remained. And it's horrifying that it was them screaming and dying and being in horrible pain, which is one of the horrifying things about the movie that disturbed me much.
What did he say about the silver being? I found that entire scene with I found that so cool and interesting.
That was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, I found that like just the way it acted, I was like, oh, it imitates them, but then like it didn't imitate them.
Yeah, it was so weird. The music in that scene was really good too. It was good throughout the whole thing, but especially in that part.
Yeah.
that the track that was playing was called The Alien.
Yeah, and like I liked how it was like some like dubstep-ish, like electronic type shit, not like this weird like long like, fucking
it was
violin
pretty
scene.
cool. Yeah, that part was freaky, and then he pointed out that like when she comes back to the everywhere else at first, or it seems like she's like acting all dead and pale and everything, like the dead people who came back were her husband was. So maybe it was a fake one, but that doesn't really make sense unless there was. It actually could make sense if there was more than one of those imitator things there, which it probably was. But then he like pointed out something about I was actually out of the room for this part. It was the part where she sees. I realized it because I don't remember that, and I remembered I stepped out right before. The next thing happened.
What was
it was where the two deer appear, and there's like a mom deer and a daughter deer, and they're like made out of bone though, I think. And it's right before she finds the dead body of the thing, the person. The
victim, like the two. There are two deers, and like one deer puts his head up, and then the other deer puts his head up, but his is all fucked up.
So those were like that was an imitator alien, because it was. Yeah, exactly. It was all fucked up because like there was a normal deer, and then there was an imitator following it around and then doing the same thing like right after it did it. Or something like that. And but they said that also that was a metaphor for the person who died earlier in the movie. Talked about like how losing her kid to cancer or whatever. So it was like it wasn't just a deer and an imitator alien. It was also like the daughter and her mom who died, like being together now in this new weird nature. It was like that was the metaphor for it, and I thought that was cool. But that movie freaked me out because it's so like the whole concept sounds so scientific of just and also alien, of like a world where cells refract everything instead of reflect like on everything, which is what we do. And it's like, and I was thinking about, is that truly, if it's that is like nature just in a way that we've never even conceived it before. Pizza time. I'm excited for pizza. In a way that we've never conceived of it before, like conceived nature before. So it's like it's alien, but it's still like natural, like it's as natural as anything here. But it's so like destructive to everything that we have here, that is it evil or is it just like neutral nature?
It's just the way Mother Nature works, man.
And then I decided that because it is so destructive to everything we have here and so like the opposite, that in and of itself is what true natural evil would look like. Because evil as a concept is basically something that we invented. It's relative to how much harm is done to, or like what evil, like destructive thoughts you have. So I was like, well, evil is a concept we came up with, but what if there was like an objective natural evil? And I decided that because it's so destructive to what we have naturally, and it's also natural, then it's like it's evil in its most natural form. But then that also means that we're not evil because we don't destroy it. It like takes over us. The shimmer or whatever. So it's like what does that
it was
mean?
called the Shimmer. Lol.
Anyway, those are my thoughts on the movie. We can go get pizza now.
Shut up.
Did you see Miss had her kid?
Is that legal?
Pregnant Miss.
Ew. What if they were just like get that part out.
Yeah, that's getting cut.
What if there was just like a kid that saw a pregnant lady who's like, ew. Fucking ignorant child.
Like me when I saw a black person. Or when I was 3.
Is that what you said?
Well,
did you say
I was scared because I thought something was wrong with them.
Hey, but that's not racist.
That's not racist. That's not racist.
What about those pictures of like a little baby in like a mother's hands and like the baby's reaching for the black guy?
Well, I don't think it notices that young if what's normal and what's not. But it's because like I literally have an entirely white family, grow up around all white people pretty much. So like me, if it doesn't register until I'm 3, if I see a black person at the store, I think it's just a matter of what you grow up around.
Oh, I already said this last time though. Did I?
I don't
know. That little kids now are like can get easily overstimulated. Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Oh, I really hope you leave how you eat your pizza in.
Oh, that's staying in.
Gross.
Yeah, in.
What the fuck was that, Kevin?
Well, this one's kind of floppy right now. But it's good.
It's thick.
It's really like greasy, on the bottom, so I don't like touch it too far in, so I gotta like dangle it,
You gotta dangle it in front of your own face.
Next weekend.
Okay.
If we do some ghost hunting, we might be able to invite Zach. And since it'll be, I don't know, what are we planning on doing? Are we just doing it here this time? Or are we going somewhere? We do some, we could plug in the word ghost or haunted or something like that into Randonautica. And then take our Ouija board and shit to wherever it takes us that's supposedly haunted or has ghosts.
Kevin's gone fucking crazy.
No, because I wanted to start doing this stuff more often, especially now that, vaccines are getting handed out. And
Safer.
especially now that the weather's getting warmer. Just all that. We got to start going big and going to places and to do things, spook troop or otherwise, could be either. And like just going nuts as far as live action and going places is concerned, yeah. So, and especially because if we can get Zach on board or like with us, we want to utilize that time really good.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. You got me at the Randonautica fucking...
Yeah, I just thought of that just now. Yeah, because it's always within 10 miles of... We'd probably do it here and then...
Oh, is that the rule for Randonautica?
Yeah, it's just you can't make it go further than 10 miles, which a lot of people have complained about. But, like a 10-mile radius.
So does that mean, like, some of them fail, right? Some of the Randonauticas fail and they don't see anything.
I don't know, actually. Maybe, but I don't know.
Well, when you said that, I was like, holy shit.
Because I don't think it's, like, plugged in. I think it is, like, randomly generated coordinates within the area, but, like, it's supposed to detect that there's something here that corresponds with whatever word you plugged in. So, I think it can just go anywhere.
That could literally mean that everything you want is within a 10-mile radius. If Randonautica could find it.
Yeah.
We should live our life. Or, like, just a whole day of just Randonautica. Like, if we need food, we have to type in food to Randonautica and we have to go wherever it takes us.
That'd be great. Randonautica series of just day 1, day 2.
I spent 100 days only using Randonautica.
To survive. God. Like a corpse, like a walking skeleton by the end of it, just like all shriveled up.
You don't believe in the Randonautica, Kevin?
I believe. I gotta be proven to believe it. I gotta see.
Gotta have faith, Kevin. Lol. I take it back. But I will say, Kevin, I'm gonna beat your ass if I see you eating pizza like that again. What the fuck did I just look at?
I was trying to get it all in there.
I hope he cuts that part out, or he zooms in on it and makes really weird noises in the mic. Also, I think I'm so fucking fucked right now that this Coca-Cola tastes like water.
Nice.
Oh, have you seen that thing? It's like this weird powder that like it's either a pill that you take or a powder that you put on food. And it makes sour stuff sweet.
I haven't seen that.
It's like this guy like tried it out and he poured some on garlic, he poured some on onion, he poured some on lemon. The garlic, it didn't work on the garlic, it kind of worked on the onion, and it really worked on the lemon. It tasted like candy, he said. So we should try that out and like try to guess what the thing is.
Yeah.
That would be fun. I need to look at what it's called though. Also, since it's spring, guys, farmers markets, they probably won't be out actually since of COVID, but if they do come out, I am gonna get a whole big ass, like this big bush, a bush with peppers on it, and I'm gonna plant it, and they're gonna be like the classic slender peppers.
Ooh.
Like the classic slender peppers that like you see in cartoons or like when something's spicy. And it's just gonna be so good. Do you hear that? That just...
Yeah. I noticed it at first.
Is that tiny men and women screaming, or is that like a seagull?
Munchkins?
Fuck, I hate munchkins.
Wizard of Oz?
Aren't they called Oompa Loompas?
No, that's Willy Wonka.
Oh, same thing.
What else? Was there anything else?
Wasn't there another drug you wanted to talk about?
No.
Because I love drugs. I love doing drugs, Kevin.
Me too. I can't get enough. You don't have to go dead silent while I'm eating.
Well, I was making fun of you.
Yeah.
Because you're a bitch.
Mm-hmm. That's me. A bitch.
The bitch. The fuck, Kevin? There's something I wanted to talk about, but I forgot.
There was something else that I wanted to talk about.
No. It might have been about the music that we're trying to make. But... What the fuck are you doing? Why are you just facing away from the mic?
Well, because I don't like having my leg up like this all the time.
Then why don't you just sit over here?
I want to be able to lean forward and... It just makes it easier to eat.
Kevin, what are you a baby that like you need to have your back up? Can you not get yourself up and like report?
New Amogus map?
What?
New Among Us.
Amogus.
Amogus.
The first time I read Amogus, I laughed really hard because I said Amogus, and I just thought that sounded funny. Yeah. But then I realized it was a meme, and then people overused it, and now it's not funny anymore. Yeah. Rest in peace, Amogus. Oh, did I tell you my sister and her cousin, well, our cousin, got really into Among Us, like mobile.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like, it's either I just don't understand it, but like they played it until like 3 in the fucking morning, and they'd like be screaming because they got murdered or some shit. Mm-hmm. Or like,
my sister did that for a while.
What? Scream?
Play Among Us mobile with her friends.
Amogus. You distracted me again. I thought I almost had what I wanted to talk about, but whatever. Stop watching yourself eat in the fucking camera, you weirdo.
Oh, I wasn't. I was looking back at the door thinking of what else to talk about.
I swear there was another thing we wanted to talk about, but I just can't remember. You eat the crust of the pizza?
Yeah. So do you.
I just thought you didn't.
Got him. Yeah, no. Yeah, I do. Yummy.
Ew.
Alright, I'm gonna throw it away now.
Fuck you. I won't lie, I can't tell if Kevin's just acting weird because he's dumb or it's because he's like... Oh, that camera died. I won't lie, I can't tell if Kevin's acting weird because he's dumb or because of, I genuinely don't know. It could be possibly that he's dumb. But yeah. This camera fucking died. Feels bad. Kevy! It died.
Oh, God.
I literally just... No, I leaned forward and I looked over and it was just a black screen. So.
Okay. Well, that's the end of that episode, I guess.
Okay.
We had nothing else to talk about.
This cart is so small.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I don't even know what we talked about. What did we talk about?
Annihilation and dreams.
Cool.
Oh, and you got vaccinated. God
right.
Damn.
I'm pogging out. Alright.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.